Everyone, looking at some bad chess again. Looking over my old games, I can't believe how bad I play sometimes. Like, I look at the games and I'm like, I can't even believe it. Like, I'm in shock. You ever, you ever play poker and go over your tournament afterwards and look at some of the hands and say, I don't understand why I played the hand that way? That's how I feel about the chess sometimes. Uh, okay, I'm an erratic person. I mean, I was an alcoholic my whole life. I mean, for most of my life, did a lot of drugs as a kid. I mean, you could see it in the chess. Also, I was gambling all the time. I played one game well, and then another game, and then one game like shit. Like, I could play a few games well in a row, and then just blunder everything. That's how it was. I wasn't a seasoned player. I'm looking at the games now, like compared to the online blitz, and like I understand, like I didn't know how to play slow chess. I maybe played 150 slow games in my life. And here I'm 23, 17 Fide. My opponent is Simon Gravel, who's a super nice guy from Montreal. He's a writer, and he actually wrote a book about poker called Masters of Poker. It's in French, Maîtrise de Poker, and there's a chapter on me in the book. Um, and anyways, the I met him in New York City on the street. We played some money games um, by the World Trade Center. There used to be boards in Liberty Park. Anyway, this is a game I put together some reasonable moves, and my opponent is a master, Simon Gravel, my man. So here we go again, playing something. I don't know what year was this. 2002. I'm just winging it. I mean, oh yeah, this bishop c4 d5 thing. Does this make sense? Do you understand what's happening? Why isn't this just a free pawn? I mean, I know I'm bad, but I'm not that bad. Like, I take on d5, and then you play. The idea is to play here and kick the knight. That's clever, right? And then you take your thing back. So, and then you get smooth development. And I suppose the idea is, I mean, white should be slightly better. I think play a3, and go after this unit a little bit. Um, Maybe rook e1 is a little soft. Maybe you have to go for a3 straight away. So I can't play a5 so easily. Um, I don't know what I would do. I will ask the computer what happens here on a3. I have to take it and then go knight c6. Okay, I don't know what I would have done, but rook e1 a5. Now I know. Now I sort of know what I'm doing. Because my rook isn't hanging. Now I can just take back, which is good because you wanna make sure that when you have some you can isolate the pawn maybe if they try to take and play c3. You can take on c3. If they play b, then they have this like lonely dude on c3. Maybe you get to develop just knight d7 or and it becomes difficult to play c4 and evacuate that pawn from c3. I think so. He just keeps developing, but this is a fresh lemon. Why is this a lemon? I suppose if I have one good skill in chess, it's the linear combinations, where everything is kind of straight line forced, and I can figure it out. So what's going on here? Well, the guy's back rank is going to be loose. That's a clue. So you take this one, and when he takes here, I have knight d4. He can't take, right? Queen a1 is going to be a mate. So it's sort of just a blunder. No matter whether, no, you know, if he takes with the queen on e2, it's the same business. So I suppose I'm winning now. And now bishop g3 is better than g3, but he went g3 and ruined the structure. And now I gain a tempo, and well, you know, we're a solid pawn up. He has double pawns, and it's just a matter of technique now. I think I should be able to win this one. And take the a file, no counterplay, and attack the f4 pawn. Try to do some discoveries, and now I guess it's time to simplify things. Yeah, was threatening to come in. And now his e-pawn is going to be loose. Rook a5 and rook e5 is kind of very difficult to stop. And finish it off with a fork on g3. Okay, this was not a good game, but it was one of the few games I won on this trip. 2002, Montreal. Yeah, tough times. This was, it was freezing cold. I made another video about it. I had a good game there, actually. If you see the game with Voskanyan, that was a good game. I played well. See what I mean? Like, I could play all right sometimes. Like David Navarre, there's all this mayhem about David Navarre, right? We went through, well, we went through a video where I discussed Danya's situation a little bit, but I don't want to harp on it. I didn't know he was going after Navarre. You know, I played Navarre in the Czech Republic in Pardubice, and I wish I could find that game. It was a 6-hour draw. Now, if you messing with Navarre on top of everything, when you know he's Spectrum kid, I mean, this guy's a monster. This Kramnik is a monster. He's just a repugnant, horrible person. Yeah. But, you know, we leave it to yeah. Don't want to spread too much hate here. The best thing to do to an egomaniac is to ignore him, right? He's a narcissist. You just ignore a narcissist and just leave them in suffering. My opinion is like stick him in limbo, classroom, or make him hang out with a bunch of 800 kids, or 800, 900 rating, and teach them how to move a rook. I just make them do like 8 years of that. It deserves some punishment. I want to see other games, some other games. See where I played like. Oh, here, this one where I won another game here. This is Gasparian's from the same tournament. Okay, it's the same tournament where I played decent and then I almost screwed it up. To hang the e5 pawn a couple times is traditional. You just take back on e4, and the knight on e5 can be hanging. Even this knight a6, I don't know how happy I am. Maybe knight c6 is better. See, I'm going backwards. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. Although the position's okay. Nothing wrong with this. This bishop doesn't belong on f3, does it? Cover some squares. All right, now I think black should have some comfortable edge, no? He just wanted to trade everything. Oh, this was a good move. This was a good move. Gain some space, kick his knight to a funky square. Now we're expanding. Expanding. Kick this puppy away. Yeah. Not bad. What's going on here? I guess he can't give that pawn on b2. My pawn on b3 is too close to the back rank. You know, playing well here. My king is in the square. Now I blunder. I don't know how I don't play c3 here is mind-boggling. See what I mean? Like, just c3. c3, king, and then king f8. I just can't even believe it when I look at some of my games. I mean, some of these, you don't find moves like this in the chess books. I mean, how I don't play c3 here is just mind-boggling. Don't ask me. I don't know what the hell I'm smoking. I mean, I was smoking a lot. You know, it's a combination. It's a combination of things. I told you I was high on cocaine my first tournament game. I was 14, and I was at the West Side Chess Club with a few of my friends. And when the tournament was about to start, we went blazing in the staircase. So we used to throw. There was a block on 109th Street in Amsterdam Avenue, and I had a dealer up there, Tito, and we get a small bag, and then roll up a wooler. That's like weed. They get my garbage weed, my tray bag, and some bad coke, and we blaze the wooler right before the game. And then we used to, throughout my like chess youth in the New York Open, we would, you know, I'd look at my friends, and we would say, you know, particulars, 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 and we go to the staircase and beam up. Now, if my whole friends knew about this, well, the people that I think I mentioned is like some of the grandmasters I would hang out with, they say, well, Elon was dangerous, but, you know, you just kind of, but also could play like shit, you know? And I said, I guess it was a function of my mania that occasionally, it's the same way with poker. Like, my A game is pretty good, but I got all kinds of classes of levels. And for a while, I became balanced. Well, I would say, so I'm a late bloomer. I would say I got some balance between the ages of 30, like 30, maybe 34 to like, I think I was sane from like maybe 35 to say 45 were pretty good 10-year block. It was a pretty good stable 10-year block. I had yoga 6 days a week. I was going to the gym all the time. I stopped drinking mostly. Well, that's not entirely true. Maybe the last 5 years I stopped drinking, but it was all family tragedies is basically what it was. It's like family tragedies. Young and then growing up in New York City was disgusting. It was a cesspool of hoes, graffiti, break dancing. Cause I was a homeboy back in I was like hanging out in Harlem and like battling in I was in an electric boogie gang, if you can believe that. From a Macedonian folk dance troupe as a kid to a electric boogie gang later. Dabbled in some acting. Yeah, I got an agent on the first reading, and then I could never get a part, so I like flipped out and quit. I like called my agent and said I'm done. I went to a big interview in Rockefeller Center, and I just fucked up. And I just called my agent. I said I'm fucking done with this. It's been a rough ride. Then forget about the poker. I don't even get me started. I mean, you don't know what you're doing until you fall asleep in the Bellagio shitter. Like you think you know, but when you don't when you fall asleep because you've been playing for 47 hours and you just go to the bathroom and you just wake up and your legs are paralyzed and you can't get up. You have to crawl off the bowl. That is a whole nother level. Well, it's a higher level. You have to go through that. Anyway, look at this. So I almost butchered this, right? Because I have to win this game now 17 times all over again. Can you believe this? I'm just lucky I won this game. Am I even winning anymore? I'm slightly better. From minus 17. I have to win the game all over again. It could have been Canadian. My parents went to Canada early. My dad was looking for work. Yeah, and there was no work. Otherwise, I would have been Canadian. This would have been better. I could have been a chest bra. Without the H, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I'm winning again. Minus 17. I got back to 17. I was at 17, and then I got back to 17. But through no fault of my own. It's just a nightmare when I look at I really wish, like after WSOP, that I had gone to Spain and just tried again. Because, like I said, learning how to play slow chess is very different. You have to practice. It's not like you just get up and go. You're playing Blitz all day in the park. All right. And in Blitz, I had some good results. Like Gianni Vescovi beat him 5-0. 5 games to 0. I play Yuri Razuviev 3-0. I got my ass kicked by a lot of wonderful high class players as a kid. And I got better when I was 30. After a lot of the tragedy and stuff wore off, I did get better when I was like 30. But I had already quit chess by then because I was full time poker from like 29 years old. So I wasn't playing anymore. It's kind of a nightmare. I feel bad. That's why I want to go play again, even though I'm an old man. I want to go play again. Well, this video has got off track, but you know what I'm gonna do? Just to end this on a high note, I'm gonna show you. I should show you a game where maybe I got waxed. Let's look at a game where I got killed. Oh, this was a good game. This is from Beal 2001, where I thought I was much better, but I was just getting mated or something. Bojan Vukovic. I wonder whatever happened to him. He took and doubled the pawns and played knight f5. I had this also with Katronias, except my rook was on c8 when he did this, so I couldn't take. Oh yeah, I remember now. My queen was on a5, and Cotronius still did this thing because my rook was on c8, and I can't take twice because bishop g4 is a skewer on the rook on c8. Yeah, I moved back because I want to get in e6. Yeah, I thought everything was fine here. I've had positions like this. Fedorowicz used to do this to me. He would just put his king on h8 and rook and play b6 and bishop b7, and the rook coordinates well. But I don't think I ever had a knight on e3. But I'm familiar with this sort of business. So I thought maybe queen c7 was a little soft. Yeah, I should go bb7, or although the computer thinks white is better anyway. I think the knight on e3 is very good. I don't know how I let him get that. f4. Okay, let's stop the analysis. Did I finally move? No. I finally moved away. Okay. I have to start busting this position open. I felt like, how am I going to get this bishop open? Or, double rooks and then dislodge the knight from e3, so that g3 is going to be a problem. It feels, like my light squared bishop should be very effective in some roundabout way. Let's see. I don't think I was ever better. What's this? d5. d5 is a hard move to find. Yeah, f5 now. f5. f5. I played f5. I remember in the game thinking that I was happy. I was finding some good moves. d4. I'm just better. And this is a blunder. I had to take on g4, f6, and then come back. That's kind of hard to see. Let's look at this. Computer wants this. I was worried about this. fe7. I missed f5. I'm sure this is why I didn't do it. But even this isn't hell on earth, is it? I guess. But yeah, I mean, still better for. Okay, I guess I could have saved myself there. But it's not as bad. Like here, it's saying minus, but it's wrong. Like going down the horizon, you see it's wrong. Yeah, this isn't the way. Oh, 95. Oh my God. Okay, stop the ball part, right? This one definitely didn't see it. Knight e5, actually. Knight e5. Wow, look at this. fe5, dc. Well, this is just pain. See, it did work out. Like in reality, it should have worked out, but I'm an idiot. It did work out. So the memories were good. Let's go through this position one more time. Love the pain. No, I'm just lost. Boy. Even here, man. Maybe I'm not cooked even here. I'm finding all the... What's this? I'm okay. It's like a draw or something. Oh, this is where I blundered. I just have to go and make a draw. King h6. And I went for the... Maybe it's close to time pressure or something, and I blundered with king g8, and I have to resign. Queen g7 is like a mate, right? It's just incredible. See what I mean? Like, I was playing fine. Like, everything was fine. I was better. I didn't see it. Then I'm like making a draw, and what do I just go king g8? You know? I was 2800 on ICC, and I play king g8 in a slow game. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, okay. Well, I suppose the lesson here was when you look at your own games, uh, just try to take something good from it. Just like, I'm learning something here, and when you make mistakes, all you can do is laugh and learn, and try not to make the same mistake again. Plenty of new mistakes to find. Okay, take care, people.